My child, draw near to me for a moment. Still your mind, quiet your breath, and let your spirit lean in. You are not here by accident. You were brought to this exact second by divine appointment, a holy interruption sent to protect you, awaken you, and pull you back from a danger you've been sensing but could not name. My precious one, heaven has been whispering to you for days, and now the whisper becomes a warning. You are standing at the edge of a sacred moment, a thin place between what was and what must come next. This is why I ask you to be still, just as it is written in Psalm chapter 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God, my beloved one. This stillness is not silence. It is alignment. It is the atmosphere where revelation reaches you clearly. Right now, my spirit is drawing a circle of protection around you. This is a divine alert, a shield sent ahead of the storm, a gentle hand on your shoulder saying, listen, open your heart, my child, for what I am about to reveal is the warning you've been ignoring and the guidance your soul has been begging me for. My child, listen closely, for what I am telling you now is meant to reach the deepest places of your heart. You did not arrive here by accident, nor by curiosity, nor by the pattern of an algorithm. You were guided gently and intentionally by a hand you have felt many times, but could never fully explain. My beloved one, in this moment, heaven bends close to you because something in your spirit has been stirring something subtle yet persistent, a quiet nudge that has followed you through your days and rested on your mind at night. I saw you when you wiped away the tears. No one else noticed when you whispered questions into the darkness, wondering if anyone was listening, when your heart spoke louder than your voice, even though you said nothing at all. Every moment of heaviness has reached me. Every sigh has carried meaning. Every silent prayer has been gathered like precious drops of light. My child, when you woke in the stillness before dawn, before the world pulled at you, before thoughts crowded your mind, I was already there. I watched the hesitation in your spirit, the unrest that flickered just beneath your ribs, that feeling that something needed your attention, even though you could not name it. That was me, leaning close, trying to protect you before you took your next step. There is a warning in this hour, not to frighten you, but to shield you. There is a shift happening around you, an unseen turning of events, and heaven refuses to let you walk into the next season blind. My precious one, divine timing is pressing upon this moment. You have reached a threshold that your soul can feel, even if your mind cannot yet explain it. I want you to breathe now, slowly, gently. You do not need every answer at once. You only need to know that I hold all of them. I have been rearranging pieces in your life, redirecting paths that would have harmed you, closing doors you begged me to open because I knew where they led. I saw the conversations spoken about you in places you could not hear. I saw the intentions behind the smiles. I saw the trap forming long before it reached your feet. And with a whisper, I shifted your steps. My child, nothing has been lost. Nothing. What you thought slipped away was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to save you. Even the delay was protection. Even the silence was guidance. Even the detour was a lifeline, wrapped in disguise. Feel the warmth in this moment, my beloved one. Feel the way your chest softens as truth settles into you. Heaven is closer than your breath. A gentle presence surrounds you now because you are entering a season of healing that has been waiting for your heart to slow down long enough to receive it. You have carried wounds that were never yours to carry alone. You have held emotions that were too heavy for your spirit. But now, in this moment, I am lifting what has weighed you down. I am restoring what has been drained. I am mending the places that pain tried to claim. My child, you are stepping into peace, not the kind the world gives, but the kind that comes like still waters and holy light, the kind that washes over the soul and makes you breathe easier. There are signs I have placed along your path. The sudden thoughts that felt different, the uneasiness you ignored, the pull to pause when you wanted to rush. These were not coincidences. These were warnings, gentle alarms from heaven, urging you to slow down before stepping into something misaligned with your destiny. Now is the hour to listen. Now is the moment to be still, just as written in Psalm chapter 46, verse 10. I am redirecting you with love, not judgment. I am guiding you away from harm and toward the fullness you have been praying for. My beloved one, let this settle into your spirit. You are seen, known, and fiercely protected. And what is coming next requires your awareness, not fear, because I am walking you into transformation, into clarity, into a future crafted with intention. Nothing ahead of you will be taken from you. It will only be prepared for you. Trust this timing. Trust my hand. Trust the whisper you feel even now. Pause here, my child. My child. As you continue listening, allow your heart to soften just a little more for what I am revealing to you. Now touches places within you that you have learned to hide even from yourself. You have carried strength so long that you sometimes forget the weight of it. And yet I have seen every moment when your spirit trembled beneath the surface. I was there when you held your breath to stay composed, when you pretended to be fine, so others would not worry, when you stood in the middle of a crowded room and still felt completely alone. Nothing about your inner world has been invisible to me. My beloved one, I saw when your hope wavered, when doubt whispered louder than faith, when disappointment etched itself into your chest like a shadow that would not move. And still you kept walking, still you kept praying, still you kept trying. This is why heaven has turned its attention toward you in this moment. There is something unfolding behind the scenes of your life, something that requires your awareness and your openness. You have felt it recently, an unusual pressure, a strange heaviness, a sense that something is shifting. That sensation is not random. It is your spirit responding to the divine movement happening around you, a heavenly stirring in the direction of your destiny. My child, you are standing at the edge of a turning point, a subtle crossing from what has been to what must now begin. I need you to understand that every change you resisted was preparing you for this moment. Every delay was a shield. Every closed door was a rescue. Every unanswered question was an invitation to trust me more than your understanding. You have never walked a single step without my gaze upon you. I know the thoughts that trouble you in the quiet hours. I know the memories that surface like waves, the ones you try to push down but cannot fully release. I know the mistakes that still echo in your heart, the words you wish you could take back, the moments you replay, wondering if they changed everything. My precious one, hear me clearly. Nothing in your past disqualifies you from what I am about to do in your future. I do not build destinies on perfection. I build them on surrender, on willingness, on the quiet courage of a child who keeps reaching for me even when afraid. You have been reaching even in silence. That is why I am speaking now. In this hour, you must pay attention to the gentle alarms I have placed around you. You may notice certain people pulling away conversations that feel different opportunities that suddenly lose their shine. Do not fight this. You are being lifted into a new season, and not everyone can follow. Some connections serve their purpose and must now release you. Some paths would have drained you. Some invitations were distractions folded in disguise. My child, I am redirecting you with tenderness, not punishment. I am protecting the promise I placed inside you. There is healing coming for you, deeper than the surface, deeper than the ache you learned to live with. I am touching old wounds, not to reopen them, but to close them properly. You will feel old fears loosening. You will feel pressure lifting. You will feel clarity rising, like dawn breaking through a long night. And when it comes, you will understand why I required you to pause to listen, to slow down. Transformation rarely arrives loudly. It comes like a quiet sunrise, steady, gentle, unmistakable. My beloved one, the blessings waiting ahead of you are not fragile. They are not slipping away. They are not threatened by your past. They are building strength behind the curtain until the exact moment they must enter your life. Trust this timing. Trust the stillness. Trust the way your spirit feels drawn to remain here. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not falling behind. You are right where heaven needs you to be. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you step deeper into this message, I want you to feel how closely I am drawing to you. This is not distance speaking to you. This is not a faraway voice echoing from the heavens. This is me nearer than your own breath, speaking into the quiet spaces of your spirit, where fear, longing, and hope all sit side by side. My beloved one, you have been carrying an inner tension that few around you truly understand. Outwardly, you have been strong, steady, composed. But inwardly, there are moments when the weight of your journey feels like more than one heart should be asked to hold. I have seen that weight. I have counted every tremor beneath your calm. I have watched your thoughts race late at night and felt the pressure building behind the questions you never say aloud. And still, my child here, you are open listening, reaching for me. There is something you need to know. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the confusion, not the heartbreak, not the seasons of silence. Every chapter you thought held no purpose was shaping a strength inside you that you would have never developed without it. You have been learning to discern what is real and what is illusion, what is sent by me and what merely imitates my timing. This level of discernment is not given lightly. It is forged in nights where tears fall like prayers. It grows in moments where you choose faith, even when you feel empty. My precious one, you have walked through valleys that would have swallowed others, yet you rise again and again, not because you feel powerful, but because your spirit refuses to let go of the light I placed inside you. I know those moments when your confidence trembled. I know the thoughts that whispered you were not enough. I know the days when you questioned whether your life was moving forward at all. You wondered why certain things took so long, why some people left without explanation, why opportunities slipped through your fingers, right when you were ready for breakthrough. But hear me, every delay was strategic. Every redirection was purposeful. Every no was protecting you from what would have drained you. My child, I withheld nothing good from you. I only shielded you from what would have wounded the parts of you I am healing now. You have felt a boundary forming inside your spirit, an unusual hesitation around certain people, a quiet discomfort you cannot quite explain. That is not anxiety. That is not overthinking. That is the Holy Spirit tugging at your awareness, warning you gently before you walk into a situation that is not aligned with your destiny. Trust this inner stirring. It is one of my greatest gifts to you. When the atmosphere around a person or place feels heavy, pay attention. When your peace shifts for no visible reason, listen. When your spirit grows quiet in someone's presence, step back. These are not small signs. These are heavenly nudges sent to protect the promise within you. You are entering a season where clarity will come easier. The fog that has clouded your decisions is lifting. The confusion that has tangled your thoughts is unraveling thread by thread. You will begin to see truth without forcing it, sense direction without striving for it, and feel alignment in places where before there was only uncertainty. My beloved one, you will walk differently in the days ahead, lighter, clearer, more confident, not because everything around you becomes perfect, but because everything within you becomes anchored in my peace. There is also something I want you to release. You have been holding on to self-blame for far too long. You have replayed moments that were never meant to define you. You have carried guilt for things you did not cause, responsibility for outcomes that were never yours to fix, and shame for seasons you survived the best way you knew how. My child, lay it down now. Let your shoulders rest. You do not have to hold the past in your hands any longer. I am taking it gently from you piece by piece, so that your heart can finally breathe again. You are walking into restoration, slow, steady, and holy. Nothing stolen will remain lost. Nothing broken will remain shattered. Nothing delayed will remain withheld. Everything meant for you is already moving in your direction with purpose and precision. Trust each step. Trust the timing. Trust the whisper you feel, even now the one telling you that this is your turning point. Pause here. My child, my child. Let your heart ease into this moment as gently as morning light touches the quiet earth. You do not need to prepare yourself for what you are about to hear. Simply allow your spirit to open slowly and softly, without pressure. There is a depth within you that is awakening, a clarity rising like a tender whisper inside your chest. My beloved one, you are entering a part of your journey where your inner world begins to speak louder than the world around you. And this is intentional, because much of your healing will unfold in the quiet places where only you and I meet. You have spent years navigating storms that others never fully understood. You learned to carry emotional weight in silence. You learned to keep walking even when your soul felt tired. You learned to hide your pain because you feared it would burden others. But I saw every moment, my child. I saw the nights when your thoughts felt too heavy, the mornings where you forced yourself to be strong, the days when your smile hit a heart that felt fragile. Your endurance did not go unnoticed. Every tear, every prayer, every silent breath of exhaustion became part of the foundation I am now rebuilding into strength. There is something changing within you, something subtle but undeniable. You are beginning to listen to yourself in ways you never have before. You are noticing your emotions instead of suppressing them. You are becoming aware of your needs instead of dismissing them. Old patterns are loosening their grip. Old wounds are losing their voice. Old fears are slowly dissolving like fog in the warmth of dawn. My child, this is not you falling apart. This is you coming home to yourself. You will soon begin to feel moments of clarity that arrive without explanation. Answers will come to you quietly. Understanding will form in places that once felt tangled. You will feel peace rise inside you, even in situations that remain uncertain. This is how transformation often begins, not through loud revelations, but through quiet shifts that accumulate until your spirit feels lighter than before. My beloved one, do not be surprised if certain relationships begin to feel different. There will be people whose presence once felt familiar, but now feels misaligned. You may feel distance forming not out of bitterness, but out of growth. Your heart is evolving, and not everyone can follow you into this new chapter. You will notice who drains your energy and who nurtures it. You will recognize who hears your words and who hears your soul. These realizations are not meant to isolate you. They are meant to protect the delicate work happening within you. There will also be new connections forming, ones that feel like warmth in winter, ones that settle into your heart with ease. These relationships will not require you to shrink or hide. They will not demand that you trade your peace for acceptance. They will honor your boundaries instinctively. They will understand the language of your silence. These connections are gifts, evidence of the healing you have embraced and the love you are learning to receive. But perhaps the most profound shift you will experience is within your own heart. You will begin to forgive yourself, not suddenly, but slowly, as compassion replaces shame. You will forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. You will forgive yourself for choosing survival over authenticity. You will forgive yourself for holding on to things you didn't know how to release. My child, this forgiveness will unlock parts of your spirit that have been waiting for space to breathe. You will also find yourself making decisions with greater confidence. Where you once hesitated, you will move with certainty. Where you once doubted yourself, you will trust your intuition. Where you once allowed others to define your worth, you will stand rooted in truth. You will notice your voice becoming clearer, your boundaries becoming stronger, your choices becoming more aligned with who you are becoming. And in this season, rest will become a sacred act. You will no longer see rest as laziness, but as healing. You will feel your body asking for stillness. You will feel your mind longing for silence. You will feel your spirit craving moments where you can simply be. Honor these needs, my beloved one. Your healing does not require pushing, it requires presence. You may feel waves of emotion rise unexpectedly. Let them. These emotions are not setbacks, they are releases. They are remnants of old chapters leaving your spirit. They are signs that you are making room for peace, clarity, and joy. Let your tears fall without shame. Let your heart open without fear. Let your spirit breathe without pressure. And remember this, nothing you lost was meant to destroy you. Nothing that ended was meant to define you. Everything that left made space. Everything that broke created openings. Everything that hurt became soil for growth. You are being shaped by love, not by fear. Guided by truth, not by pressure. Strengthened by grace, not by perfection. My child, the future unfolding before you is gentle, steady, intentional. You are stepping into a life where you will feel safe, aligned, and deeply held. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the subtle changes happening inside you, even now. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you continue listening, let your heart lean into this moment without rushing ahead. There is something unfolding in your life that requires stillness, something delicate and sacred that can only be formed in the quiet places of your spirit. My beloved one, for so long, you have been moving from one responsibility to another, from one expectation to the next, rarely giving yourself permission to rest, to breathe, to feel. But I have been watching you closely. I have seen the way your soul grows weary, even while your body continues forward. I have seen the thoughts you silence, because you fear they will overwhelm you, and the emotions you bury, because you do not want to burden those around you. Yet here, in this sacred pause, I am giving you permission to simply be, without pretending, without performing, without carrying anything for a moment. There is a reason heaven is slowing your steps. You are entering a season where your spirit must be awake, where your heart must be steady, where your discernment must be sharper than before. My child, the ground beneath your feet is shifting, not to destabilize you, but to lift you into a higher place. You may feel the tension of transition, the heaviness of letting go, or the discomfort of outgrowing what once felt familiar. But this is the evidence that I am preparing you. You are shedding the layers that no longer serve your purpose, releasing the fears that once made decisions for you, and stepping out of patterns that have held you captive for years. I want you to remember something. My beloved one, I saw you in those moments when your hope flickered dimly, when you tried to convince yourself that you were fine, even though your spirit was weary. I was with you when you sat quietly, unable to explain the ache inside you. I was beside you when you wondered if you had misunderstood my plan. And I was holding you when you felt yourself unraveling behind closed doors. Nothing about your struggle was hidden from me. Not one tear was wasted. Not one prayer was ignored. Not one moment of weakness diminished. My love for you. In this new season, I am teaching you to listen, not to the noise of fear, not to the opinions of others, not to the echo of past mistakes, but to the gentle movement of my spirit within you. You will begin to notice small signs that speak loudly, a sudden peace in the middle of confusion, a quiet warning when something is not right, a soft pull toward the path you were hesitant to take. These are not coincidences. These are divine whispers guiding you before you even realize you need guidance. You will no longer walk blindly into situations that drain you. You will no longer ignore the stirring of your conscience. You will no longer dismiss the signs that heaven places along your path. My child, healing is flowing toward you even now. Healing for the places you hid. Healing for the emotions you suppressed. Healing for the guilt you carried, the fear you accepted, the disappointments you swallowed alone. I am restoring you from the inside out, not with sudden noise or dramatic displays, but with gentle waves of clarity, peace, and renewal. You will begin to feel lighter without knowing exactly when the heaviness lifted. You will wake with a sense of hope that feels new. You will notice that the anxieties that once consumed you no longer hold the same power. And as you heal, I am preparing doors for you, doors that fit the new version of you, not the version who lived in survival mode. You will walk into opportunities that once felt out of reach. You will attract relationships that honor your growth. You will notice blessings aligning with divine precision, not by chance, but by orchestration. Everything is being arranged for your good, for your peace, for your future. My beloved one, trust the unfolding. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that you are not late. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be for what comes next. Pause here, my child, my child. As you continue into this next part, allow your spirit to settle into the truth that everything you are experiencing now is preparing you for something greater than what you have lost, feared, or questioned. My beloved one, you have walked through long nights that felt endless nights, where the silence around you echoed louder than any storm. You wondered if change would ever come for you, if peace would ever find you, if joy would ever feel natural again. But I want you to hear me clearly. The nights that seemed the darkest were the very moments I was closest to you. I was there when you sat alone, trying to make sense of your emotions. I was with you when you whispered, "I don't know what to do anymore." I heard the thoughts you never shared, the doubts you hid behind your smile, the exhaustion you covered with strength. And my child, I never condemned you for any of it. Instead, I held you. I steadied you. I carried you through moments you don't even remember surviving. And now, in this moment, I am revealing what you could not see. You were never abandoned, not even for a breath. This season you are entering is different. It is quieter, gentler, more purposeful. You will begin to notice a divine order returning to your steps. Where you once felt scattered, you will find focus. Where you once felt overwhelmed, you will feel anchored. Where you once felt uncertain, you will feel guided. This is the hour where you begin to understand why certain things did not work out, why certain people were removed, why certain plans collapsed. It was not punishment, it was protection. I did not take anything from you that was meant to bless you. I only removed what would have broken you later. There are moments ahead of you that will feel like warm light entering a room that's been dim for far too long. You will feel yourself breathe differently, think differently, walk differently. My beloved one, the heaviness that clung to you for years is loosening. The fog that clouded your decisions is lifting. The memories that haunted you are losing their grip. And as they release you, something new is awakening inside you, a confidence that is rooted not in perfection, but in being deeply held by me. You have been sensing change, but you have also feared it. And that fear is understandable. You have been hurt before. You learned to protect yourself, to anticipate disappointment. But hear me now, the changes coming will not harm you. They will heal you. They will restore what life tried to take. They will strengthen the places within you that once felt fragile. Trust what I am awakening in you. Trust the peace you feel, even if you do not understand it. Trust the pull to move forward, even if you feel unprepared. There will be decisions in the coming weeks that require clarity, and I will give it to you. Watch how your spirit reacts. When something is wrong, you will feel a subtle tightening, a discomfort you cannot ignore. When something is right, you will feel an ease, a warmth, a quiet knowing. These are my ways of speaking to you without words. These are the signs that guide your steps long before your mind catches up. My child, do not fear the future. It is not empty. It is not against you. It is not waiting to disappoint you. It is filled with what has been prepared in secret on your behalf. You will see restoration in places where you expected only loss. You will feel joy in moments where you once felt only numbness. You will witness strength rising in you where you once felt fragile. And as this restoration unfolds, you will understand why I needed you to slow down, to listen, to allow me to prepare you. My beloved one, you are stepping into alignment, Steady, holy, undeniable alignment. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you step into this next part, I want you to notice how your spirit is beginning to feel lighter, even if your mind has not fully caught up to what is changing within you. This is what happens when truth begins to settle where fear once lived. My beloved one, you have carried so much for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like not to brace yourself for the next difficulty. But I am teaching you now that you no longer need to live in a posture of survival. You are moving into a season where your heart will not have to fight for every breath, where peace will come naturally, where joy will not feel like a visitor, but like a home. This shift is not by your strength, it is by my hand. You have been sensing something quietly rising inside you. At first it felt like a flicker, then a small warmth, then a whisper that you tried to ignore because you feared it was too good to be true. But my child, that whisper is me. I am awakening courage inside you. Courage that you forgot. You had courage that was buried under disappointment and the weight of unanswered questions. You have prayed for restoration, but what I am giving you is more than restoration. I am giving you renewal, a rebuilding of your spirit from the inside out. I have watched the way you navigate the world with tenderness, even after being wounded. I have seen the kindness you offer to others, while wondering if there is anyone who truly sees you. I have seen the times you spoke gently when your heart was breaking, the times you helped others while you felt empty, the times you lifted someone else's spirit, even when your own spirit felt tired. My beloved one, none of these moments were forgotten. Heaven sees every hidden act of love, every quiet seed of compassion, every time you chose goodness when bitterness would have been easier. These actions have built a harvest that is now beginning to grow around you. There are blessings approaching your life that will not feel random. They will feel strangely familiar, as if they were always meant to arrive. That is because they were. Some of what is coming toward you now has been waiting for you to heal, waiting for you to release the burdens you were never meant to carry, waiting for your heart to be soft enough to receive what once frightened you. My child, you are stepping into promises that were written for you long before you knew how to hope for them. But with this new season comes a responsibility to guard your peace, to protect your spirit, to listen when I whisper instead of waiting until life grows heavy again. I am training your heart to recognize my voice, even in subtle moments. A soft discomfort that warns you, a gentle nudge that redirects you, a sudden clarity that appears without explanation, a wave of peace that settles over your thoughts. These are not small signals, they are heavenly guidance designed to keep you aligned with the path I have marked for you. You may notice that certain people drift away in the coming weeks. Do not be alarmed. Their exit is also a form of protection. Some hearts were not meant to journey with you into this next season. Some connections would have slowed your growth. Some relationships would have diluted your purpose. I am not taking anything valuable from you. I am removing what blocks your blessing. Trust this process, even when it feels unfamiliar. You will experience moments soon where everything inside you feels different, calmer, clearer, more rooted. You will sense strength returning in places that once felt fragile. You will feel love rising inside you where fear once controlled you. My beloved one, This is transformation. This is healing manifesting in real time. This is evidence that I am preparing you not just for blessings, but for a life aligned with who you truly are. Pause here. My child, my child. As you continue into this next part, allow yourself to truly absorb the truth that is settling into your spirit. You are not imagining the shift you feel. Something in your life is being rearranged with divine precision, and though you cannot yet see all the pieces, your heart can feel the movement. My beloved one, every time you sensed a change, without knowing why, that was not anxiety, that was discernment awakening. For too long, you have doubted your intuition, silenced your inner knowing, and questioned the signals I placed inside you. But no more. I am restoring your confidence in the way I speak to you. I want you to recall the moments when you felt an unexplained peace after making a difficult decision. That was me reassuring you. Think of the times you felt uneasy, even though everything looked fine on the surface. That was my warning. Think of the opportunities you walked away from, even though others thought you were being foolish. That was my protection. My child, you have been guided more than you realize. If you could see how many storms I diverted, how many traps I prevented, how many heartbreaks I spared you from, you would understand how deeply you are loved. There is a new level of clarity coming into your life, and with it will come a deeper understanding of yourself. For years, you have been shaped by survival, by old wounds, by the need to be strong for everyone else. But now, you are learning who you are without the weight of those burdens. You are learning what it feels like to breathe without fear. You are discovering the version of yourself that I always saw, the one who is gentle yet powerful, soft yet unshakable, vulnerable yet protected. This version of you is emerging slowly and beautifully. My beloved one, many of the prayers you whispered in exhaustion are already being answered, not with noise or spectacle, but with quiet alignment. I am sending the right people into your life, those who will honor your growth, support your spirit, and never again make you question your worth. I am opening doors that will bring you into spaces where your gifts are not only seen, but valued. I am placing peace in the places where your heart once trembled. You will recognize these moments not by their appearance, but by the way they feel. Peace will become your confirmation. Ease will become your sign. Alignment will become your compass. But with new blessings comes new boundaries. I am teaching you to say no without guilt, to rest without shame, to choose yourself without fear of disappointing others. My child, you can no longer shrink to fit spaces that were too small for your spirit. You can no longer pour into places that only drain you. You can no longer silence your voice to maintain peace that was never real. This is the season where you rise gently, steadily, and unapologetically into the fullness of who you are becoming. You will notice in the coming days that heaviness leaves you unexpectedly. Thoughts that once overwhelmed you will lose their power. Memories that once wounded you will soften. Conversations that once hurt will no longer sting. This is healing. This is freedom. This is me rewriting the story within you. What once felt broken will feel whole. What once felt lost will feel found. What once felt final will feel like the beginning of something entirely new. My child, do not rush this transformation. It is unfolding in perfect timing. Trust the warmth you feel even now. Trust the quiet reassurance rising in your chest. Trust the way your spirit is awakening slowly and steadily, like dawn breaking after a long night. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you move into this next part, let your heart open a little wider, for I am revealing truths that will anchor you in the days ahead. You have lived through long seasons where you had to be strong, not because you wanted to be, but because you had no other choice. My beloved one, I saw the nights when you laid awake, replaying conversations, wondering where you went wrong, wondering why people treated you the way they did, wondering why it felt like you carried more than your share of burdens. I saw when you tried to convince yourself that everything was fine, even though your spirit felt stretched thin. And I want you to know that you were never weak for feeling overwhelmed. You were human and yet divinely protected in every moment. There were times you held your breath, waiting for clarity, waiting for answers, waiting for someone to show up for you, the way you show up for others. But I tell you the truth, my child, the people who walked away were not meant to stay. Some left because the next chapter of your life requires a different circle. Some left because their intentions were not aligned with your destiny. And some were removed because their presence would have harmed your spirit in ways you could not yet see. You did not lose them. I released you from them. This is why your spirit has recently felt lighter, even if you cannot explain why. The weight you carried was not yours alone. Some of it belonged to expectations others placed on you, obligations that drained you, or patterns that were never meant to follow you into the future. And now, my beloved one, you are shedding what was not yours to carry. You may feel like you are becoming yourself again, but the truth is, you are becoming who you were always meant to be. Do not be surprised if your desires begin to shift, if you crave quiet more than noise, if you seek peace more than validation, if you prefer truth over comfort. These are signs of spiritual maturity. You are no longer drawn to what distracts you. You are being drawn to what builds you, anchors you, and aligns you with the future I am calling you into. You will notice too that certain things no longer tempt you the way they once did. Old wounds no longer pull you back. Old habits no longer feel satisfying. Old fears no longer hold the same power. This is because healing has already begun its work inside you. Not the flashy emotional kind, but the slow, steady, holy kind, the kind that sinks into the bones and transforms you quietly. My child, you must pay attention to the small signs I send. You will feel nudges in your spirit, subtle, gentle, unmistakable. When something is not for you, your peace will withdraw. When something is part of your destiny, you will feel an ease settle over your soul. Listen to these movements. They are my voice inside you, guiding you without force, leading you without fear. And now, prepare your heart, because what I am bringing next requires space in your schedule space, in your emotion space, in your spirit. You will not need to chase what is coming. You will not need to fight for it. It will meet you exactly where you are, because it has been appointed for you. Divine timing is aligning with divine purpose. You will step into moments soon that feel like healing, wrapped in opportunity, affection, wrapped in truth, and clarity, wrapped in peace. You will walk into rooms you once felt unworthy of, but now you will enter them with confidence that comes from me. You will see relationships form that reflect the growth you have fought for. And you will feel hope again, not a fragile hope, but a rooted one. My beloved one, trust the unfolding. Trust my timing. Trust the new strength rising within you. You are not being rebuilt. You are being revealed. pause here. My child, my child. As we continue, I want you to feel the gentleness of this moment. Heaven is not rushing you. I am not pushing you. What I am doing is opening a path before you that has been waiting for the right moment to appear. And now your spirit is finally ready to receive it. My beloved one, there is a softness returning to you, a softness that life tried to harden, a softness that pain tried to steal, a softness that disappointment tried to bury. But I have protected that softness because it is part of the purity I placed within you when I formed you. You have been stronger than you let yourself believe. You have survived seasons where you felt emotionally dehydrated, spiritually pressed, mentally exhausted. And yet through all of it, you kept reaching for me, sometimes with words, sometimes with silence, sometimes with nothing more than a deep, aching longing for peace. I heard every cry, even the ones you never spoke. I gathered every tear, even the ones you brushed away quickly before anyone could notice. My child, your suffering was never ignored, and your healing will not be delayed. There is something you must understand about your journey. You did not walk through everything you faced just to return to the same places, the same people, or the same patterns. I have been shifting the ground beneath your feet because I am moving you into a chapter that requires a healed version of you, a wiser version of you, a steadier version of you. What is coming for you will not look like what you lost. It will be better, purer, safer, and aligned with who you are becoming. You will begin to feel a pull toward things that nourish your soul. Rest will become holy. Silence will become sacred. Boundaries will become natural. You will no longer apologize for choosing peace. You will no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You will no longer tolerate relationships that drain you. This is not selfishness, it is stewardship. You are learning to steward your heart, your energy, your purpose. My beloved one, I am preparing connections for you, divinely orchestrated, spiritually aligned, purposeful connections. These will not confuse you or exhaust you. They will bring clarity, safety, and peace. You will recognize them by the way your spirit settles instead of shrinks. You will feel seen without having to perform, valued without having to earn, and loved without having to fear. You are also entering a season of divine opportunities. Doors that once refused to open will open effortlessly. Ideas will come to you with clarity. Solutions will appear exactly when you need them. Provision will flow in ways that surprise you. My child, you will not chase these things. They will chase you because they have been assigned to you. Do not fear the changes coming. Do not fear the shifts you feel. Do not fear the unknown, for the unknown is simply the space where my plans unfold. And I remind you gently, nothing I bring into your life will harm your heart. Nothing I remove from your life is meant to stay. Nothing I allow is without purpose. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breath deepen. Let your heart know peace again. You are safe. You are guided. You are held. And you are stepping into the most aligned chapter of your life so far. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you continue listening, let each word settle gently into the places within you that have long been waiting for comfort, clarity, and direction. There are layers of your heart that you rarely allow anyone to touch, layers formed through years of endurance, quiet suffering, and silent growth. My beloved one, I see those hidden layers. I see the tenderness beneath your strength, the longing beneath your resilience, the fatigue beneath your courage. And I am telling you now that you no longer have to walk with the same heaviness you learned to carry as if it were part of your identity. It was never meant to be yours. For too long, you have been living on emotional reserve, giving more than you received, listening more than you were heard, loving more deeply than anyone realized. And though it made you strong, it also made you tired in ways you rarely acknowledge. But hear me, my child. You are entering a season where you will no longer pour from emptiness. You will no longer hold yourself together with quiet desperation. You will no longer carry burdens that break your spirit. I am filling the places that life drained. I am restoring the strength you thought you lost. There have been moments when you questioned why certain situations lingered, why certain circumstances never seemed to shift, why plans fell apart at the exact time you believed you were ready. My beloved one, nothing was delayed without purpose. Some blessings require preparation, not because you were unworthy, but because the blessing itself needed aligning with the right time, the right environment, the right version of you. And now, my child, the version of you that is emerging is the one capable of receiving what once would have overwhelmed you. You are learning to hear my voice in the subtle movements of your spirit. When something feels off, you sense it immediately. When someone is not aligned with your future, you feel a quiet tightening inside you. When an opportunity is meant for you, your spirit relaxes into it like a soft exhale. These inner signals are divine, not accidental. You are not overreacting. You are not imagining things. You are discerning. You are awakening. You are hearing me. There will be decisions you face soon that require this discernment. Doors will open before you, some beautiful, some deceptive. People will return, some with pure motives, others with intentions hidden beneath charm. My child, do not choose based on appearance. Choose based on peace. Peace is your compass. Peace is your signal. Peace is your protection. Where peace settles, I am there. Where peace withdraws, I am warning you. And as you navigate this next chapter, know that you will not do it alone. I am sending support people who will lift you, not drain you. People who will care for you, not use you. People who will appreciate your depth instead of taking advantage of your softness. You will recognize these souls because being around them will feel like rest. You will not have to explain your worth to them. You will not have to shrink or perform. You will feel safe, understood, and valued. My beloved one, everything that was broken is being healed. Everything that was stolen is being restored. Everything that was delayed is being aligned. And everything that seemed confusing is falling into clarity. Trust this process. Trust what you are feeling. Trust that this moment in your life is not random, it is sacred. You are growing into someone you will be proud of. You are walking toward a future that will feel like home. You are stepping into blessings that have your name written on them. You are becoming whole again. Pause here, my child. My child. As you enter this next part, allow your breathing to slow and your spirit to quiet. For what I am revealing now touches the deeper roots of your journey, places where old pain once lived, places where old fears once hid. My beloved one, I am healing what you thought would remain tender forever. I am mending the fragments you believed were too shattered to ever feel whole again. You are not the same person who once carried wounds like armor. You are evolving in ways that will surprise even you. There were times when you pushed ahead, even though your heart felt fragile. Times when you stayed strong for others, while silently wondering when someone would finally be strong for you. Times when you held your emotions so tightly that you forgot how to feel without fear. But here, in this quiet moment, I am giving you permission to let go, to release what has been hurting you in secret, to surrender the stories you told yourself to survive, to breathe without holding everything together. You may not realize it, but you have been in a season of unlearning the idea that you must earn love, unlearning the belief that you must prove your worth, unlearning the patterns that made you question your value. My child, what I am bringing into your life now does not require you to perform, impress, chase, or overextend. It only requires you to receive. The blessings that are coming are not fragile. They are secure. They are not temporary. They are rooted. They are not conditional. They are aligned with your purpose. You have walked through experiences that tested every part of your spirit. You were stretched, challenged, and pressed in ways that left marks on your heart. But these marks were not signs of failure. They were signs of growth. They were proof that you endured storms that were meant to break you. Yet here, you stand stronger, but softer, wiser, but gentler, deeper, but freer. This is transformation. This is redemption. This is renewal. In the coming days, you may begin to feel emotions rising unexpectedly, moments of sadness, moments of clarity, moments of peace, moments of release. Do not fear these feelings. They are not setbacks. They are healing. Your heart is reorganizing itself after years of carrying what it was never meant to hold. You may feel old memories resurface only to finally fade. You may feel old fears loosen their grip. You may feel yourself forgiving things you once believed were unforgivable. This is how healing works quietly, gently, honestly. My beloved one, I am opening doors that require a healed version of you. Doors that will lead you to purpose, joy, connection, creativity, and abundance. You will soon find yourself in environments that feel aligned with your spirit. You will be surrounded by people who inspire you instead of draining you. You will experience blessings that flow naturally instead of blessings you have to fight for. And in relationships, both old and new, I am bringing truth. I am bringing clarity. I am bringing balance. You will no longer give your heart to those who mishandle it. You will no longer overextend yourself for people who contribute nothing to your growth. You will no longer feel invisible, unappreciated, or overlooked. You are stepping into a season of recognition, affirmation, and genuine love. My child, trust this new version of yourself. Trust the healing that is unfolding. Trust the softness returning to you. Trust that I am guiding every step, even the steps that feel uncertain. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Whole, grounded, peaceful, radiant. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you move into this next part, I want you to let your spirit open, like a window inviting fresh air. There is a newness entering your life, a tenderness woven into every moment that is preparing you for what I have already aligned for you. My beloved one, you have walked through seasons where everything felt heavy, where every step required effort, where every hope felt like it demanded more courage than you had. And yet here you are, still listening, still reaching, still opening your heart to me. That alone speaks of a strength you rarely acknowledge in yourself. You have endured storms that would have buried others. You have carried burdens that were far too heavy. You have kept moving even when your spirit was weary. And for every moment you felt unseen, I was there watching, guiding, protecting. You often underestimate how much you have grown. You see your setbacks, your mistakes, your moments of weakness, and you assume they define you. But I see your resilience. I see the quiet bravery in the way you get up each day and choose love, choose hope, choose goodness, even when you are tired. My child, the world may not always recognize your strength, but heaven does. Heaven celebrates the battles you fought in silence. Heaven honors the nights you cried, but still chose faith. Heaven remembers every moment of surrender, every whisper for help, every breath that said, "I'm trying." You wonder sometimes why you feel emotions so deeply. You wonder why you notice things others ignore. You wonder why your heart reacts before your mind understands. This is not a flaw. This is sensitivity wrapped in divine design. You were created to feel, to discern, to perceive spiritual shifts long before they manifest in the natural. You sense danger before it arrives. You sense change before it becomes visible. You sense people's intentions before their actions reveal them. This is not overthinking. This is spiritual intuition. This is my voice speaking through your spirit. In the coming days, you may notice this intuition heightening. You will catch yourself hesitating around decisions that once seemed simple. You will feel drawn toward new opportunities without knowing why. You will sense a quiet no or a gentle wait before you move in any direction. Trust these signals, my beloved one. They are divine protection. I am aligning your steps with precision. I am steering you away from things that would drain your joy. I am guiding you toward people who will nurture your growth instead of diminish it. You may also feel a shift in your relationships. Some people becoming distant, some becoming closer, some reappearing after time apart. Do not be alarmed by these changes. I am reorganizing your connections. Some are meant for your next chapter. Others were only meant for a season. Some will return transformed. Others will remain behind because their purpose in your life has been fulfilled. My child, do not cling to what I am gently moving out of your hands. When I remove something, it is never loss. It is preparation. And woven through all these changes is healing, deep-layered, transformative healing. Healing from wounds you forgot you carried. Healing from memories you avoided. Healing from fears that shaped your decisions. Healing from words that bruised your confidence. Healing from disappointments that hardened your heart. My beloved one, you are being softened again, not into fragility, but into authenticity. You are learning to feel without fear. You are learning to love without self-betrayal. You are learning to hope without bracing for heartbreak. There is beauty rising within you. You may not see it yet, but it is happening. You may feel moments of peace during the day that appear unexpectedly. You may feel warmth in your chest when you think about the future. You may feel clarity forming in places that once felt confusing. These are signs of transformation. These are signs of renewal. These are signs that you are stepping into who you are becoming. Do not rush this process. Healing is not linear. Growth is not loud. Transformation is rarely dramatic. It unfolds like dawn, slowly, quietly, consistently. And just like dawn, it brings light that cannot be denied. Trust this light, my child. Trust that your heart is awakening. Trust that I am guiding you. Trust that every moment has purpose. Pause here, my child, my child. As you enter this next part, Feel the way your spirit has begun to respond differently than before. There is a calmness forming inside you, a calmness that does not come from having everything figured out, but from knowing that you are no longer alone in the journey. My beloved one, you have been carrying a quiet heaviness for so long that you forgot what it feels like to move lightly. But the weight you feel lifting is not imagined. It is me removing what was never meant for you. Every burden that drained you, every expectation that suffocated you, every responsibility that felt impossible was seen, and now those weights are being gently loosened from your heart. You often wonder whether you are truly changing or simply pretending to be stronger. But I tell you the truth, the strength you feel rising is real. It is the result of the inner work you have done, the tears you allowed to fall, the nights you surrendered instead of breaking. You learned how to trust me in darkness. You learned how to lean on me when you couldn't stand on your own. You learned how to let go of plans you thought were perfect because you sensed my hand guiding you elsewhere. My child, that is growth. That is maturity. That is faith in action. In the days ahead, you may feel a pull toward a simpler life, not in terms of success or achievement, but in terms of inner peace. You will crave authenticity over approval. You will desire rest over chaos. You will choose truth over convenience. This is because your spirit is tired of pretending. You are entering a season where pretending is no longer possible. You will not be able to remain in spaces where your soul does not thrive. You will not be able to tolerate connections that drain you. You will not be able to carry emotional loads that were never meant for you. You will begin choosing yourself not out of selfishness, but out of spiritual alignment. Some of the changes coming may feel uncomfortable at first. Shifting always does. But do not fear this discomfort. It is the discomfort of growth, the discomfort of stepping out of what is familiar and into what is divine. Allow the transformation to take shape without trying to control it. Allow the healing to reach the places you have kept guarded. Allow your heart to receive what it once rejected out of fear. My beloved, one part of your healing will involve seeing yourself differently. You have spent years believing you had to earn love, earn rest, earn happiness, earn peace. But I designed you for love, for joy, for purpose. These things are not rewards, they are birthrights. You will begin to reclaim them in the coming season. You will begin to feel worthy of gentleness. You will begin to accept care without guilt. You will begin to receive blessings without suspicion. Do not resist these shifts. They are not accidents, they are divine recalibrations. You may also notice a new boldness rising within you. Not a loud boldness, not an aggressive confidence, but a quiet certainty. You will speak more freely. You will trust your intuition more deeply. You will establish boundaries without hesitation. You will walk away from what no longer aligns with your spirit. And this boldness will surprise you because it will feel natural, as if it were always inside you, because it was. You only needed healing to unlock it. My child, everything you have been experiencing is leading you toward a life that feels more honest, more peaceful, more aligned with your soul. You will feel lighter. You will breathe deeper. You will move with purpose. And as this inner transformation unfolds, the outer world around you will begin to shift as well. Opportunities will find you, love will find you, peace will find you. And when they arrive, you will not question them, You will recognize them as promises fulfilled. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you continue into this next part, let your spirit lean in gently, the way a flower leans toward light it has been longing for. Something within you is unfolding now, something that has taken years to awaken, something that has been quietly preparing itself beneath the surface of your life. My beloved one, you have felt the shifts within you, even when you could not explain them. You sensed yourself disconnecting from what once held your attention. You felt a quiet longing for something deeper, something truer, something that felt like home for your soul. That longing was not random. It was me calling you toward the life you were always meant to live. There were seasons where you were surrounded by noise from other people's expectations, noise from your own fears, noise from old wounds that whispered lies into your heart. But now the noise is fading. You are learning to hear the soft movements of your spirit, the subtle nudges I place within you, the warmth that rises when something is aligned, and the tightening that comes when something is wrong. This inner sensitivity is a gift I placed in you before you were formed, and now you are learning to trust it without doubting yourself. My child, I know how often you have questioned your worth. I know how many times you looked at yourself through the lens of what you lost, what you lacked, or what others failed to see in you. But I have never looked at you that way. When I look at you, I see purpose woven into every part of your existence. I see resilience shaped by battles you thought you lost. I see compassion formed by wounds that are now healing. I see strength disguised as tenderness. You are not ordinary. You are crafted with intention, marked with calling, shaped with divine love. In the days ahead, you may find yourself feeling a pull toward solitude, not because you are withdrawing, but because you are being renewed. Solitude will feel comforting, healing, sacred. Your mind will quiet in ways it hasn't in years. Your heart will release old pain without you forcing it. You will feel waves of peace coming to you at unexpected moments. My beloved one, do not fear this quiet season. It is not isolation, it is preparation. I am recalibrating your spirit so that when the next chapter arrives, you will be ready, steady, and whole. Do not be surprised if new desires awaken within you. You will crave environments that bring life, not stress. You will seek conversations that nourish, not drain. You will feel drawn to people who honor your growth rather than cling to the version of you they once knew. You will want to protect your peace, your time, your heart. These are all signs that your spirit is healing. You are not becoming distant, you are becoming aligned. My child, I am also removing the emotional weight you have carried far too long. The guilt that was never yours. The responsibility that was never meant for you. The shame that came from others' actions, not your own. The fear that whispered that you were too damaged to be loved. All of it is unraveling now. You may feel lighter in your chest, as if a pressure you grew used to living with is finally dissolving. This is the evidence of healing taking root. You are also stepping into a season of clarity. Decisions that once felt overwhelming will soon feel simple. Situations that used to confuse you will become clear. You will know what to walk away from and what to walk toward. You will feel the difference between what is meant for your growth and what is meant for your destruction. My beloved one, clarity is coming to you not because you sought control, but because you surrendered. The life ahead of you will not mirror the life behind you. What once hurt you will no longer have access to you. What once drained you will no longer hold power over you. What once scared you will no longer intimidate you. You are being transformed quietly, beautifully, powerfully, from the inside out. Pause here, my child, my child. As the previous part settles gently into your spirit, allow this next movement to flow into you, like a soft continuation of everything your heart has been opening to. You do not need to shift abruptly or brace yourself for what comes next. Simply let these words meet you where you are, the way light meets the horizon at dawn. My beloved one, healing is unfolding in you, in ways so delicate you may not fully recognize it yet, but your spirit does. It has begun to breathe differently, hope differently, and rise differently. Every quiet shift is part of a larger transformation taking place within you. There were seasons when you felt suspended in place, believing nothing was changing, nothing was improving, nothing was moving forward. But while your eyes saw stillness, heaven saw progress. Beneath the surface of your life, I was realigning what had been broken, softening what had hardened, preparing what had been delayed. I was guiding your heart away from situations that drained you and drawing you toward a future designed with intention. You were not stuck. You were being anchored. And now, my child, you are stepping into a time where you will recognize your own worth in ways you never have before. Not because someone finally noticed it, not because circumstances suddenly favored you, but because you are learning to see yourself through the lens of truth. You are beginning to understand the beauty, strength, tenderness, and purpose woven into you. This awareness is not pride, it is awakening. You may find your desires shifting again. You will feel a pull toward things that bring your soul peace, not pressure. You will long for conversations that nourish your heart, not drain it. You will be drawn to environments that feel safe and aligned instead of chaotic or demanding. These shifts are not random. They are indicators that your spirit is healing and your heart is coming home to itself. A new tenderness is rising within you. I see you feeling emotions more easily, noticing beauty more quickly, connecting more deeply. This tenderness may feel unfamiliar because you learn to protect yourself by becoming tough-guarded or silent. But the season that required that armor is ending. You do not need to hide behind hardness anymore. This softness is my work in you, restoring what pain tried to bury. It will not make you weak, it will make you whole. My beloved one, new relationships are being woven into your path even now. Connections that uplift your spirit. Souls who see the goodness in you without needing explanation. People who speak life into your wounds instead of reopening them. These relationships will feel gentle, balanced, and safe. You will not have to shrink or compromise yourself to be accepted. Instead, you will feel expanded, seen, understood, valued. At the same time, opportunities will begin to open for you that once felt unreachable. Ideas you thought were gone will return with clarity. Chances you once feared pursuing will now feel aligned and possible. Provision will flow unusually smoothly, and you will be surprised by how naturally things begin to work out. My child, this is because you are moving with me, not against me. You are walking into a season of divine flow, not human striving. Your mind will begin to feel clearer as well. The confusion that once clouded your judgment will dissolve. Old patterns of fear will loosen. Thoughts that once spiraled into anxiety will quiet. You will feel your reactions becoming calmer, your decisions becoming easier, your inner world becoming quieter. This is not coincidence. It is evidence of healing, reaching places you once believed were immovable. You may feel the urge to rest more deeply. Honor that urge. Rest is not laziness. Rest is necessary for your renewal. You have carried so much for so long that your soul craves stillness. Allow yourself moments of peace without guilt. Allow yourself to breathe without rushing. Allow yourself to exist without performing. You need this softness as much as you need strength. And when doubt rises, as it sometimes will, remember that you are not stepping into the future alone. I am already walking ahead of you, arranging what you cannot yet see, preparing what you do not yet know to ask for. Trust that the ground beneath your feet is secure, because I am the one guiding your steps. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As the last message settles softly into your heart, let this next part flow into you like a natural continuation of the healing already unfolding within you. You do not need to brace yourself or prepare. Simply allow these words to meet you exactly where your spirit is resting. My beloved one, you are entering a period of your life where things will not feel forced anymore. The tension within you is loosening. The fears that once dictated your decisions are weakening, and the exhaustion that once overshadowed your hope is beginning to fade. This is not temporary relief. This is transformation taking root. You have been walking through an inner renewal that few around you fully understand. You feel differently. You think differently. You respond differently. Even the way you breathe is changing. That is because your soul is no longer fighting for survival. It is shifting into alignment. And alignment brings peace, not loud, dramatic peace, but the kind that sits quietly inside your chest and whispers, "You're safe now, my child, that peace is me." You will begin to notice that choices which once overwhelmed you now feel manageable. You will no longer feel pulled in 20 directions. You will not feel guilty for choosing what nourishes your soul. You will feel more grounded in yourself, more connected to your truth, more aware of your worth, more confident in the direction you are moving. This clarity is not something you must chase. It is something I am giving you as a gift, because confusion has exhausted you for too long. My beloved one, the emotional storms you endured were not meaningless. They taught you how to recognize real peace. They taught you to trust your intuition. They taught you to look beyond the surface and discern intentions. For so long, you gave others the benefit of the doubt while doubting yourself. But now, your discernment is rising. You can sense dishonesty in a tone of voice. You can feel manipulation in a moment of discomfort. You can detect spiritual misalignment faster than ever before. This sensitivity is not a burden, it is your protection. As you continue into this new chapter, you may feel yourself drawn away from certain conversations, habits, or relationships. Not because you are angry or resentful, but because your spirit no longer resonates with those places. Peace becomes your priority, and anything that disturbs your peace, no matter how familiar, will feel heavy to you. Do not fight this feeling. It is guidance. My child, there will also be moments where unexpected blessings begin showing up quietly. Opportunities that once felt distant will approach you without striving. People who appreciate your heart will appear naturally. Solutions you prayed for will unfold gently, like petals opening at sunrise. You will no longer panic when change comes. Instead, You will sense my hand shaping it. You will no longer feel the need to control outcomes. Instead, you will trust that I am arranging what you cannot yet see. Even your relationship with yourself will transform. You will begin to speak more kindly to your mind, treat your body with more patience, and honor your emotions instead of suppressing them. You will not rush your healing. You will not shame yourself for needing rest. You will not apologize for being human. For the first time in a long time, you will feel compassion toward yourself. And my beloved one, as this compassion grows, it will become easier for you to release the past. Release the people who hurt you. Release the moments that broke you. Release the versions of yourself you no longer resonate with. Forgiveness will become possible, not because the pain was small, but because your heart is finally ready to stop carrying what was never yours. This is the unfolding of freedom. This is the emergence of peace. This is the quiet rebirth of your soul. Pause here, my child. My child. Let your heart settle gently as these words reach you, for what I am unveiling now is meant to meet you with softness, clarity, and peace. You do not need to prepare yourself or force understanding. Simply allow your spirit to open the way a flower opens to morning light, slowly, naturally, without pressure. My beloved one, there is a shift happening inside you, even now a shift so delicate that it does not shout or demand attention. It reveals itself quietly, through calmer breaths, through lighter thoughts, through subtle moments of ease. This is the beginning of emotional safety forming around you, a safety you have longed for, prayed for, and often doubted you would ever experience. For much of your life, you carried burdens that were heavier than anyone realized. You held worries behind smiles, fears behind strength, and heartache behind silence. You pushed through days when your spirit felt fragile, and you kept going, even when you weren't sure how you would. My child, I saw all of it. Not a single moment of your struggle was invisible to me. You learned to carry yourself with grace, even in pain, and that grace has shaped a resilience that is now awakening into something greater: wisdom, discernment, and inner peace. There is a new clarity gathering within you. It does not arrive all at once. It rises slowly, like dawn, spreading across a still horizon. You will begin to understand yourself in deeper ways. You will become aware of your needs, your limits, your desires, and your truth. You will see how far you have come, how much you have grown, and how beautifully you have endured. Nothing about your journey was wasted. Every tear softened your heart. Every challenge sharpened your intuition. Every disappointment redirected your path towards something better, something meant. My beloved one, you will soon begin to notice that the heaviness in your chest, the quiet worry that lived beneath your ribs, no longer has the same hold on you. You will feel peace rising where fear once lived. You will feel courage forming where uncertainty once lingered. You will feel love returning to places that were guarded for too long. These internal shifts are not temporary. They are signs of transformation, signs that your heart is healing in gentle, steady waves. In the coming days, you may find yourself pausing in unexpected moments, feeling emotions wash over you without warning, moments of gratitude, moments of longing, moments of release. Do not fear these emotions. They are not setbacks. They are openings. Your heart is learning to feel again without breaking. Your spirit is learning to trust again without trembling. These waves are part of your healing. Let them come. Let them pass. Let them soften the places that pain once hardened. You will also begin to notice a new clarity in relationships. People who drain your energy will feel heavier to be around, not because you are judging them, but because your spirit recognizes the cost. You will feel uncomfortable around dishonesty the moment it enters a room. You will sense when someone's intentions do not align with their words. And just as clearly, you will recognize gentleness, sincerity, and genuine care when they appear. These signals are not random, they are spiritual guidance. You are learning to trust what your spirit knows before your mind analyzes. There are new connections being drawn toward you, ones that resonate with your growth, ones that honor your emotions, ones that reflect the gentleness you are growing into. These people will not cause confusion. They will bring clarity. They will not provoke insecurity. They will bring calm. They will not drain you. They will help restore what life once diminished. You will feel safe with them without needing to shrink or hide. You will feel seen in ways you once believed were impossible. My child, as this clarity grows, opportunities will begin to emerge in front of you. Opportunities that match the healing happening within you. You will feel creative ideas return the ones you put aside when life became overwhelming. You will feel courage rising in decisions that once intimidated you. You will see doors open that previously remained firmly closed. This is not luck. This is divine timing. You are walking into alignment with what was always meant for you. Your mind will experience relief as well. The thoughts that once spiraled into fear will slow. The worries that consumed your nights will quiet. You will find yourself responding with greater calm, even in situations that once triggered old wounds. This is evidence that healing has reached deeper than the surface. It is reshaping how you move through the world. Do not rush yourself. Do not pressure your heart to get over anything quickly. Healing unfolds with patience, not speed. Allow rest when you need it. Allow silence when your spirit calls for it. Allow softness to return without resisting. What I am doing within you is sacred, and sacred things take time. You are not stepping forward alone. I walk beside you in every breath, every choice, every rising moment of courage. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. Let these words find you gently, like a warm breeze moving across a quiet field at dusk. What I am unveiling now is not meant to overwhelm you, but to comfort you, to steady you, to awaken something inside you that has long been waiting for permission to rise. My beloved one, you are entering a chapter where everything you learned in silence, every difficult emotion, every painful lesson, every hidden moment of growth will begin to make sense. You have been walking through an internal transformation for so long that you sometimes forget how far you've come. But heaven has been watching every step, guiding every shift, softening every wound with love. There is a deep recalibration happening within you now. You may not see it fully, but you can feel it, an unexplainable calm, a subtle strength, a growing certainty that you are no longer the person you once were. The version of you who carried fear like armor is fading. The version of you who hid your emotions to protect yourself is releasing. The version of you who accepted less than you deserved is dissolving. This evolution is not loud. It is gentle, holy, and profoundly real. My child, I know the heaviness you overcame, even the heaviness you never spoke aloud. You carried the weight of broken trust. You carried the disappointment of unmet expectations. You carried the quiet ache of feeling misunderstood. You carried the exhaustion of giving more than you received. Yet through all of this, you never stopped trying. You never stopped hoping. You never stopped reaching for peace, even on days when peace felt distant. You did not fail, you endured. You did not break, you transformed. And now I am guiding you into a season where your spirit will breathe differently, where your heart will open without fear, where your mind will no longer be at war with itself. You will find yourself responding with maturity instead of reacting with old wounds. You will feel strength in moments that used to overwhelm you. You will step into clarity where confusion once controlled you. This is not wishful thinking. This is the fruit of the inner work you have done, without applause, without recognition, without validation. My beloved one, there are moments ahead that will surprise you with their softness. You will feel joy return in small, unexpected ways. A gentle laugh, a moment of connection, a quiet realization that you are no longer carrying what used to consume you. You will feel the warmth of hope returning, not a fragile hope that trembles at difficulty, but a grounded hope anchored in truth. You will understand yourself in deeper ways. You will recognize the strength in your vulnerability. You will feel compassion for your past self instead of shame. As your heart softens, so will your environment. You will notice changes in relationships, not sudden or dramatic, but natural. Those who are aligned with your spirit will feel more present, more genuine, more connected. Those who are not aligned will begin to drift. You will not need to force anything. You will not need to cling. Everything will settle according to what serves your growth. My child, alignment always begins within, and you are becoming aligned with peace. There will be opportunities emerging around you, some subtle, some bold. You will feel drawn toward new directions. You will feel nudges to explore something different, something creative, something meaningful. Follow these nudges. They are seeds I planted within you, long ago, seeds that are now ready to grow. You may feel nervous about stepping into the unknown, but the unknown is where your destiny has room to expand. You are not moving blindly. You are moving with me. Even your relationship with yourself will deepen. You will feel yourself becoming more patient with your emotions, more gentle with your thoughts, more kind with your mistakes. You will begin speaking to yourself the way I speak to you, lovingly, patiently, without condemnation. My child, the inner critic that once dominated your mind is losing its power. You are learning to replace self-judgment with grace. And as this grace fills you, forgiveness will become possible. Not rushed forgiveness, not forced forgiveness. Real forgiveness, the kind that frees your heart, not the kind that erases the truth. You will forgive yourself for what you didn't know then. You will forgive others, not because they deserved it, but because your spirit deserves peace. This forgiveness will open the door to blessings that have been waiting for space to enter. My beloved one, the life ahead of you is not something you need to fear. It is shaped with intention, aligned with your healing, guided by my hand. You will not go backward. You will not repeat old cycles. You will not relive former versions of pain. You are stepping into newness, quiet, steady, undeniable newness. Pause here. My child, settle into this moment slowly, the way the earth settles after a long rain. Let your shoulders relax, let your breath deepen, and allow your spirit to receive what I am speaking over you with tenderness. You are stepping into a sacred, turning a quiet shift in the atmosphere of your life. You may not fully see it yet, but your heart is already responding to it, opening in small ways, softening in areas that were once guarded, awakening to possibilities you thought were out of reach. My beloved one, this is the beginning of a new season, one shaped not by fear or survival, but by healing peace and divine alignment. You have endured so many internal storms, and though the world around you may not have seen the trembling heaven did, I saw when your mind raced through worries you never voiced. I saw when your heart carried disappointment it did not deserve. I saw when you stood quietly in moments that broke you, holding yourself together with threads of hope you feared would snap. But they didn't. And that alone is a testament to the strength woven into your spirit. My child, the pain you endured did not diminish you. It refined you. It made you resilient in ways you never understood. And now, after everything you have survived, your heart is learning that it no longer needs to live in defense. You are safe now. You are protected. You are stepping into a future where fear is not your foundation, where sadness does not guide your choices, where uncertainty no longer shapes your identity. You are being rebuilt from the inside out, not hurriedly, but intentionally. There will be moments in this season where you suddenly realize how far you have come. You will look at a situation that once would have shattered you and feel calm instead. You will face conversations that once terrified you and feel grounded. You will navigate emotions that once felt overwhelming and feel clarity instead of chaos. My beloved one, these are not small changes. These are signs that healing has traveled deeper than your wounds and touched the very root of your being. And as this healing settles, something beautiful is awakening your self-compassion. You will begin to speak more gently to yourself, no longer criticizing your every step, no longer punishing yourself for moments of weakness. Instead, you will honor your journey, understanding that survival required strength and healing requires softness. You will give yourself the grace you always extended to others, the grace you desperately needed, but often withheld from your own heart. In this new season, you will find yourself drawn toward peace naturally. The chaos that once attracted you because it felt familiar will no longer feel like home. The people who once drained you will no longer have access to your energy. The environments that once overwhelmed you will no longer pull at your spirit. You will desire quiet moments. You will crave emotional alignment. You will protect your heart without guilt. This is not isolation, it is discernment. New relationships will begin to enter your life. Relationships defined by sincerity, gentleness, and intention. These are souls who will not confuse you, who will not manipulate your kindness, who will not take advantage of your compassion. They will respect your boundaries, honor your healing, and meet you where your spirit feels most alive. You will not have to beg for consistency or shrink to be accepted. You will be valued simply for being who you are. These connections are divinely aligned, handpicked to match the healed version of you. And yes, opportunities are coming steady, aligned, purposeful opportunities. Some will appear as chances you once dreamed of, but felt unworthy to pursue. Others will appear as unexpected pathways that match the desires of your spirit, rather than the pressures of the world. You will feel a sacred pull toward these moments because they are part of your destiny. You will not need to chase them. They will rise to meet you at the exact time you are ready. My child, Even your body will feel the shift. The tension you carried in your shoulders will loosen. The heaviness in your chest will lift. The restlessness in your mind will quiet. The fatigue in your spirit will ease. Your body has been holding your story for years, and now it will begin holding your restoration. And through every change, every awakening, every breath of relief, I am with you. You will feel me in the calm you cannot explain. You will sense me in the decisions that suddenly feel clear. You will notice me in the peace that comes before sleep. You will recognize me in the moments of gratitude that rise out of nowhere. My beloved one, you have never walked alone, not even for a moment. You are stepping into wholeness. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into the future your heart has been quietly longing for. And I am guiding every step, shaping every moment, preparing every blessing. Trust the path unfolding before you. Trust the strength awakening within you. Trust the peace settling around you like warm light at dawn. Take a breath, my beloved one, my child. As you prepare to leave this sacred moment, let your heart remain open, for heaven is still near. What has been spoken over you today is not fading. It is settling into your spirit like gentle light. My beloved one, you are not leaving this encounter the same. Something has shifted. Healing has begun. Clarity has awakened. Protection has gone ahead of you to guard the path you cannot yet see. Walk softly now, for you are stepping into a restored season one, woven with peace, guided by purpose, and held by my hand. Trust the stillness that follows this message. Trust the quiet nudges I will place in your heart. Trust that what I have started in you will not be undone. My precious one, I cover you with strength for your journey, peace for your mind, and a shield around your spirit. Go forward, gently alert to my whispers, and confident that you are not walking alone. If this message touched your heart, share it, so another searching soul may find guidance and protection. And before you go, comment 11, for 11 is the number of divine alignment, a sign that heaven is drawing you into your appointed path.